Hi, welcome to Jazz Kitchen. My name is Jazz. Just a quick run through about myself. I was born in Indonesia, brought up in Malaysia. When I was 17, I came to Australia. When I come to Australia, I learned hospitality, and from seeing the chef cooking and all that, I sort of learned through from there. I don't have recipes. I just look at the dishes and figure out how to cook the dishes. I love socializing. I have friends and families that come to our house for dinner parties, birthday celebration, etc. And my friends always give a feedback, give me a great compliment, asking me to provide them with lots of recipe. And the famous dish that I make is the spring rolls. Whenever I got invited to a friend's or family's party, they would request me to make spring rolls. Okay, so today I'm gonna make chicken spring roll. I normally mix it with pork and chicken mince, but today I've decided just to use chicken mince. Now you put 500 grams of chicken mince. You can buy the chicken breast and mince it yourself, but today I cheated, so I bought the pre-made chicken mince 500 grams. And then I have 1 big onion and 3 cloves of garlic. I use 2 carrots just to shred it thinly with sweet potato. And I also have cabbage that I'm gonna slice thinly. And I have coriander. And obviously you do need to put vermicelli. In Indonesia we call it sohun. I put 2 because I have 500 grams. And also don't forget the spring roll pastry. With the spring roll pastry, you can buy any sort of spring roll pastry. You just open it while you are making all the hot ingredients, and you just leave it on the dry spot to let it thaw so it doesn't get frozen. Okay, so what I start to do now, I'm going to put hot water for the vermicelli. Okay, and you just leave it till it's soft. So I'm going to leave this at the side and start doing my preparation for the ingredients. Now, just letting you know, the only thing that I'm going to be frying is the onions and the garlic and the chicken. All the vegetable, I'm going to mix it up cold. So first of all, we cut the garlic finely, just chop it finely. Make sure it's all small. Right, so that's the garlic. Put it on the plate. Same thing with the onion, you dice it up whichever way you like, but make sure you dice it up all into small pieces. And you just dice it up a little bit more so that it all comes into small pieces. The reason why I'm doing this, because I don't want when I wrap it with the spring roll pastry, I don't want it to be big chunky, and that will tear the spring roll pastry. Sorry, the onions is okay, I think that's small enough. Now you put it all together with the garlic. Alright, so the onions and the garlic is ready. You just put it on the side here, ready to cook. And the next thing that I'm gonna do is the carrots and the sweet potato. You can use the processor, the machine, but today I'll do it manually. Okay, so then you wash the vegetable and you just shred it. As I say, it's easier if you have the processor. You can just use the processor. But today it's because it's a small ingredient quantity. I thought just do it manually. Okay, so that carrot is done. So now I'm going to do the sweet potato. Okay, so that's all done. The carrots and the sweet potato is all done. Like I say, if you do have a food processor, you can use the food processor, but today I just thought some people don't have the food processor, so I just use manually. And you just mix it up. And now you go to the cabbage. Once again, you try to wash. I already washed this vegetable earlier, but just want to make sure it's clean. Just take out the head of the cabbage. And you can cut how big, how small, but make sure you cut it thinly. Mix it all up here. Okay, so now the cabbage is all done. So now you just mix it all up. Now I'm going to use Vegeta. It's a vegetable stock. You can use a vegetable stock powder actually. And just add some on the salad and the vegetables. Mix it all up. Okay, now I'm gonna chop some coriander. If you don't like coriander, you don't need to put coriander. Wash it first. And you just chop finely as well. On the vegetable. Okay, so once that's done, you mix it again thoroughly. So it looks like this. Now you strain the vermicelli. I normally put it under cold water. Okay. Just make sure it's nice and cold. And what I will do is I get a scissors and I just shred it. So it doesn't, when you cook, it doesn't go long like that. You have small shredded vermicelli. Alright, so now mix all the coriander and the carrot, sweet potato and cabbage all together. Plus I added the vegetables powder stock, and I could smell, smells so good and fresh. So when I finish cooking the hot stuff, I will add it to make it fresher. Okay, so let's start cooking the hot ingredients. So, okay, so you put, I always fry the hot ingredients with olive oil. You can use any type of oil, but when I fry the spring roll, I will use the sunflower oil. Okay, so you put, most probably you put 4 to maybe 4 tablespoons of oil, 3 to 4. With the hot ingredients, you put the onion and the garlic. Then you fry the chicken mince or pork mince, whichever you prefer. And then you add oyster sauce and sesame oil. And once again, you put the stock, the powder, the vegetable powder, some pepper, and sometimes I use sugar. Just use a little bit of sugar as well. So wait until the pan is quite hot and I can fry the ingredients. Just test it. Yep, it's warm enough. And just fry it all together. The garlic and onion. Who doesn't like onions and garlic? It just smells so aromatic and delicious. Just put on a medium to high oil, the fire. And just fry it until can smell, all the smell is really delicious. Okay, I think that we can add the chicken now. So I'm just going to add the chicken mince. Stick out this paper. And make sure with the chicken mince, you make sure you chop it so it doesn't become chunky. So when you wrap your spring roll, once again, it doesn't tear your spring roll pastry. So I normally like to chop it up while it's cooking. Make the fire a bit higher. Fry it until the chicken is all covered, then you add the sauces. I will add some oyster sauce, maybe 2 tablespoons of, 1.5 tablespoon of oyster sauce, not too much. And add some sesame oil just to make the smell, the flavor smells great. And some pepper. And once again, the stock powder. And what I do is I add a little bit sugar, maybe 1 teaspoon of sugar. And now you fry it all until it's cooked, the chicken, thoroughly. Make sure your chicken or pork is cooked perfectly. We don't want to have a guest that's sick on a raw chicken or pork. I put the fire a bit bigger. Let it simmer for a while. And what I'll do after that, I'm gonna add the vermicelli. So there's two types of spring rolls. You can make the sauce dark or you can make it light. I normally put it light, but today I'm gonna make it a bit darker. So I'm using the caramel thick soy sauce. If you don't have this, you don't have to stress, because you can just use the ingredient that I've just given you so far. You don't need to use this at all. Okay, it looks like the chicken is already cooked. So what I do, I'll add the vermicelli here, and you just mix it, and you squeeze some of this, maybe 2 tablespoons of this, the thick soy sauce, and just stir it. Now, if you are vegetarian, you don't have to add the meat. You just have to fry the garlic and onion, fry the vermicelli, and add the no need oyster sauce, because obviously that's not vegetarian. You just add the thick soy sauce. What you can also use for vegetarian is this sweet soy sauce. If you don't have this sauce, you can use sweet soy sauce and use the vegetarian stock powder, the pepper. You can still use the sesame oil and still will taste really delicious. And if you're vegetarian, once your vermicelli is all cooked, you can mix it up with the fresh ingredient. You see how the chicken all becomes shredded in small pieces? That's how I like it, because then once again, when you wrap the spring roll, it's not gonna tear easily, because everything has been chopped all into small pieces, thin slices, small pieces like this. So just let it simmer and let it dry a bit, because I can see there's a lot of water from the vermicelli. It's delicious. All right, all this is done. I'm gonna turn off the fire, and I'm gonna bring the hot stuff immediately here so I can mix it with the fresh ingredient. Okay, so now you take off the hot ingredient from the stove, and now I'm gonna mix it with the fresh ingredient. I normally do half and then stir it and then cook the rest, mix the rest up. As you can see, if you are in here in this kitchen, you can smell the freshness of all the fresh ingredient mixing with the hot ingredient. Now I'm gonna mix it all up. Okay, that's all done. so now you mix it all up. Can't wait to eat the spring rolls. Just mix it all up. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to make the spring roll cool down before we even wrap in the spring roll pastry. If you wrap it up while it's hot or warm, it will go soggy, the pastry, and when you fry them, it's all going to break into pieces. So while we're waiting for this to be warm, we'll take the pastry and we'll shred it first. We tear it so that it's easier for us. Okay, so all the ingredients done. I put bit by bit. I'm gonna open up the pastry, the spring roll wrapper. Looks like it's already been torn, so I'm just gonna have to be really gentle with these sheets because it's very fragile and it can just easily break. Okay, so now what you need to do is just obviously peel the pastry one by one. Like I say, you need to be gentle with it. Look, it's already been torn. Don't worry about it. Just need to put it on the side here. All right, now it's ready for us to roll the spring roll. What you need to do is get 1 egg, or you can use rice. If you have rice, you can just put on a bowl and put some water, microwave it for 1.5 minutes. Once it's soggy, the rice, you just use that as a glue. So you just use the egg. Just whiz it. Okay, while I'm wrapping this, just turn on the fire here to put your oil. I've already put the oil, the sunflower oil. Don't use olive oil because olive oil, it doesn't heat up strong. So you can use vegetable oil, canola oil, any type of oil, and you just put it into your pan. I just turn this on now to make sure when I fry them it's ready to be cooked. All right, so what I need is I'll get a just a small plate, just put it here. So your spring roll sheet, you have to face triangle, diamond, yeah, in front of you. Don't do it like this because you get confused. Always put it as a diamond shape in front of you, and you just take the cool spring roll ingredient and you just add how many, you know, you can put it a lot or you can put just a little bit. It's all up to you. Okay, I just put it about 1 or 2 tablespoons. And when you wrap it from the edge of the corner, you lift it up quarter and you use your 2 fingers to roll it. Once you roll it about 2 or 3 rolls, you take the edge of the corner here, you put it like you're doing a paper aeroplane, yeah? And then you roll it up, and before you finish at the finishing line, you take the egg or the rice, the sticky rice, you just put it at the edge of the pastry and you wrap it up. Okay, that's your first spring roll. Just put it here. Okay, and you do it again. Once again, you just have to put 1 or 2 tablespoons of the ingredient, not too much, and you start using your 2 fingers to make it flat, and you roll it 1 or 2 rolls. Go take the corner, wrap it up in the corner, and then you roll it again. And you get the egg, you put it here, make sure it's all gonna be stick. There you go. And you put it there. See, I can see there's a hole here. So what I'll do, I'm going to start off from that hole. So, with the spring roll, obviously you do need to eat with sweet chili sauce. You can eat any type of sweet chili sauce, or you can eat it with fresh chili. I normally eat them with fresh chilies. Okay, so you just put it here and okay, let's go here now. Do we have a look? Okay, make sure the temperature of the oil is quite hot. You know, I normally put my hand, but do not touch the oil, please, whatever you do. So just put it like that. I could feel my fingers really hot, so I know that this oil is hot. So you put the spring roll in. I said I'm going to do 5 spring rolls, but I did 6. Just wait until it's nice and brown a little bit, and then you just turn quickly. Don't make the spring roll pastry really dark brown, because then it's quite burnt. Wait for a few. You can also make your own spring roll pastry, but today I cheat. I used the ready-made one. Okay, it looks like it's ready cooked. Turn off the oil and take it out. Smells delicious. I can hear my children is calling out for spring roll. Okay, so leave it a bit cool down, and then just fry the rest of the spring roll if you want. Okay, so this is how the spring roll looks like. Okay, it's all been fried. So like I said, don't have to worry about the shape. If one is small, one is small, big. It's all going to be the same. Okay, and you just leave it here. Okay, so the spring roll, it's done. It's a bit cooler now. You eat it with the sweet chili sauce. Like I said, you can use any type of brand of the chili sauce. Personally, I like it to eat it with the fresh chili. In Indonesia, we always eat spring rolls with fresh chilies. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my taster, which is my son. He eats all the food that I cook first, and he's the judge. Tim!
Hello.
Hi, come and taste my spring roll.
Okay.
Okay. Which one you want, love? Okay. Tim likes to dip it with sweet chili. He doesn't eat it with the fresh chili.
Yeah. That's good. Okay, very good.
Nice. Okay. Thanks so much for watching my cooking video for today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like my video if you want more cooking videos from me. Thank you. Bye.